Be empowered in making vibrant health changes in your own life with my interview with Amber Williams, an inspirational health guide extraordinaire. Honor yourself, celebrate your strength, empower your transformation with your Yin Care. This is the Yin Care podcast, and I'm your host, Margaret Jacobson, the Mother Rising. Welcome, everybody, I'm Margaret Jacobson. I am Yin Care's Mother Rising, and I'm so excited to introduce my guest today, where we are going to be discussing tools for a vibrant living. Amber Williams is a lifelong athlete and is an independent consultant for Arbonne, in addition to being an educator specializing in family and community outreach and integration, which in turn enhances the children's educational experience. She was raised to believe that eating right and exercising are the best ways to take care of the body, and Amber loves health and wellness and is passionate about bringing vitality to everyone she knows and meets, and Arbonne is her vehicle to do so. In addition, I am personally very fortunate to call Amber my friend and nearby neighbor as well, and also a fellow American State National here on Wyoming. So without further ado, everyone, I would like to welcome Amber Williams. Welcome, Amber. So glad to have you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yay. I'm so glad we were able to make this all come together. One of the things that I think everyone who is looking to make changes in their health needs is an empowering and inspirational role model. And in my book, you definitely fit that category.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're so good about posting things on your Facebook page that are related to all of the exciting health things that you've been able to overcome. And I'm really looking forward to getting into some of those for sure.
Yeah.
So, but I also wanted to just kind of give this caveat to everybody that I don't work for Amber, and I don't work for Arbonne, I guess, in turn, but I do purchase Arbonne from her. And this isn't necessarily meant to be a sales pitch for Arbonne, but it is meant to show people that there are many routes to finding your own true health. And I definitely can endorse Arbonne because the product line actually goes right in alignment with what we recommend at our clinic, at Yao Clinic. It's most of the products, I think all of them are gluten, dairy, and egg free. Am I correct?
Correct. Yep.
And so they're really simple solutions to what, as we'll get into it, there are a lot of quick, easy things that you can add into your diet without having to navigate a lot of label reading at the store. So if you need some quick, easy ways to integrate, that's also, but there's all kinds of things I love about Arbonne as well. But I love Amber, and I love that she's, like I said, so inspirational and has really taken this journey for her own health and her family seriously. So before I get into all of that as well, I did want to just share with people why I feel like Arbonne is a great stepping stone. And that is because I personally had a very similar experience, I believe, in that when I was I was just about 40, and it was early, 2000. I know I'm not even going to remember the correct year, but it was 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. And I was experiencing breakthrough bleeding in my menstrual cycle. And I was just sort of oh, wow, that's weird, but I wasn't particularly bothered by it. But now that I know as much as I do, that's actually a really big sign that something's not right, in your health. You should not be experiencing that. Right. And so a friend had totally separately, because I wasn't looking for a solution for that. It was when antioxidants were just going, out of control. She was selling a product called Mona V, which was a very high antioxidant product that was really predominantly based in acai berry juice. And when I took that and was drinking it regularly, I was really swanky, you know, I was living in like a fancy community. It was like in like a wine bottle, you know, so it was like not like a cheap product that I wanted to be hooked on forever. But when I was drinking it, my period would regulate and I would only have it once a month. And so that was like this really great step for me to see that I could make some changes. So that led me to juicing for myself, and it led me to many other things as I removed, you know, as I have sort of mentioned, our Yao diet, which is gluten, dairy, and egg free. Those things started to come out of my diet and such, and that was part of my journey. But so everybody has a health journey, and it can be, you know, really personal, and it can include family members. But I was wondering if you would share with us some of the pieces of your health journey, Amber, and possibly what led you to Arbonne as being your health home.
Sure. So like I said, or you said, introducing me, that I did grow up as an athlete. So, you know, when you're an athlete, it seems like you don't need to worry about all of that as much, and you're young. Even though what we know now, if we fuel our body correctly, we could blow our potential out of the water.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
But when we're young and we don't know these things, you know,
Right.
it doesn't seem to bother us. So I never really had any issues. And my mom was very health conscious and made a lot of our products, and, you know, kept me very, I guess, a clean eater.
Awesome.
And then, you know, you go to college and you get all the things that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
Them into your diet, and you start to realize different things are happening to your body, and you're like, what is going on? But you don't even think about it being related to food until you start researching. And then that's when fad diets come in, right? I've tried so many.
Right.
I'm like, oh, well, if I try this one where you cut out these calories, or you macro balance,
Right.
calorie restrict, all this different stuff. And I constantly experienced highs and lows, right? You get these great results, and then you yo-yo back. Right. Because what I've since learned from becoming part of Arbonne is that I'm not actually getting, when you go on those yo-yo diets, or when I did, I wasn't actually ridding my body of any toxins. Right. So where I would reduce my body size, I wasn't reducing any toxins. So then when I'd add back in things that were restricted at the time, I'd just blow right back up and was unhealthy and had the joint pain and all those different things. And so what I've since learned is, if we actually change our lifestyle rather than try to fit into a fad diet, because you can't ever restrict certain things all the time. But if you can learn healthy habits and learn what serves your body, it can be beneficial forever, and you can sustain it. And so that's what I've learned with Arbonne, is that there are certain foods that don't serve my body.
That doggy agrees with you. Yeah. That's right, Mom. I've got my cat right here too. She's a little more quiet right now.
A little quieter. I don't know what she's seen. Hopefully I can stop her from doing that anymore. But
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So what I have just learned is that when I eat foods that serve my body, I don't have to worry about calorie counting or any of that. And just since, I think it's July, I did we have a program called 30 Days to Healthy Living. And we call it that because for 30 days, we do take things out of our body that are meant to, or not meant, that don't serve us.
And so, is that, okay, so sorry, I want to interject a question too, but I did want to, before you get to that, because I want you to also tell us about, like, because you'd been selling Arbonne for a while before you even started down this exciting thing that happened over the summer, which I watched from the sidelines and was like, I haven't actually heard the whole story. I've just heard pieces of it, you know, on your Facebook and everything. I'm excited to hear. But How did you find Arbonne originally, and what inspired you to start selling it just at the
Well,
get-go?
yeah, so I had heard of it way back from a church friend, but then, it never kind of bumped into my life again. And then I have this really good friend, Beatrice, who was using it, and I was kind of watching her, and I was watching things change about her. I was watching her skin change, her energy change, just her whole self and being. And I was like, what are you doing?
Right.
And she told me, well, I'm, using Arbonne and I'm going through these things. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll sign up and try it out.
Right.
It seems like great products, and I try them out. And one thing about me is I don't just back anything. I really like to use it, love it, and see that it works, and see that the plan or their actually business model is great. And it was. And so I went to their, I guess it's their like conference each year. They have one. It was called Ignite, and it was very well named because boy, did it light a fire in me. It showed me a lot of things. It showed me that there are women and men, but it was a lot of women.
Right.
Have the same beliefs as I do. They love and care for people, and whether I know you or not, want the very best for you, want you to feel like I do.
Right.
And I realized that this company, it's my company. It's my vehicle to do what I've always wanted to do, which is help people.
That's awesome.
I wanted to help kids,
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
I've kind of always been that way. When I hear someone has an ailment or something that's bothering them, I've always wanted to try to help. I have used essential oils in that way, and also Arbonne. And I just realized that this was my way to shoot for the stars, so to speak, and help everybody. And it wasn't even about like the money on the side. That obviously is a perk. And, they always tell you in life, you need to prepare for impact. There's going to be something in our life that's going to happen unexpectedly that we are going to maybe need a little cash for or something.
Right, exactly.
And, something little happened to me, but life-changing for my dog. She got bit by a rattlesnake.
No.
Yeah, Bella. We thought she was going to die.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't sure how I was going to pay for the bill because, you go after hours.
It's huge, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you, almost to the penny, I had just gotten paid from Arbonne what her vet bill was.
Wow.
And that to me was like a divine signal, another one.
Right.
I got others that this is the company I need to
stick with. Yeah, that's awesome.
For sure.
That's so cool. And then tell us, because before you do also sell Young Living essential oils. It's not your predominant focus per se, but because this is about, really tools for vibrant living.
Yes.
I really find that oftentimes essential oils can be like a nice baby step for people when they're just starting to like want to try something different. So how were you applying it? And I know you had some success also as that core central, female figure in the family with Ryan, with your husband, and helping him with some things. I'm sure there were some things that you used it for too, I think regularly. So can you share a little bit about that also?
Yes. So I've always been, I've looked into it since a friend here introduced me to essential oils, and I have since learned that not all essential oils are made equal.
Exactly.
And again, the reason I use Young Living is because of their policy, their belief in how they make their products. Similar to Arbonne, they want very clean, strict testing, things like that. And because they can be, if you don't get a good product, it's not going to do anything for you. It's like wasting your money on a lotion from some big,
Yeah.
a business that it doesn't have anything that serves you. But yeah, we were able to get my husband off of allergy medication
Wow.
from seasonal issues using essential oils, and helps us. We don't have to turn to pharmaceutical drugs. You
Yeah.
know, there's pain things, there's assistance, all, like basically everything.
You
You
use
can,
it a lot. I think I've heard you say too, just for general, like, as there's certain things that you apply when you notice you're about to get sick, or, or
Mhm.
that type of thing too, right? It's really
Yeah,
empowered you to take charge of your own health instead of feeling like that pressure that you have to step into, as I refer to it, the Rockefeller medicine system,
yeah. The not having to go to the doctor. I can take care of my health and wellness. I
Right.
mean, I'm not saying I'm a doctor or that I can cure all things, but I mean, we all are able to read and
Exactly.
research. I mean, we're in a day and age where you can find so much information in books, in videos, and things online, and you can double check them and fact check and make sure that they are what they say they are.
Right.
And I have, it's freeing. It's
Yeah.
freeing to know that I don't have to go and spend $50 of my copay to go see a doctor who's
Right.
just going to put things in my body that I don't even know where they came from.
It's a $50 copay?
Oh, it varies, you
I'm
know.
just curious, like,
It
because I haven't checked in on that in so long.
it depends, like, it depends on whatever insurance you have,
Right.
but I mean, you have to pay something just to
Right,
see
exactly.
somebody, whereas
Yeah,
I can go into my kit, or I can take Arbonne products that I know build my immune system, or I can
right,
take oils or use them on my topically or diffuse
exactly.
them that serve my body rather than make me more ill.
Right.
Um, because a lot of things, you know, like candles and such and foods, they actually lower our immune system.
Mhm.
And that's another thing oils help do, is they help raise your vibration, and the higher your
Mhm.
vibration or your megahertz, the more well you are.
Right.
And it keeps us above that wellness line, and that's our ultimate goal. And when you discover that you can take that power, and that you can be that powerful person
Yeah,
and take
exactly.
charge of your own health and wellness, yeah, it's
And
very freeing.
I think it's really great too, not just with Young Living, but also what we're gonna talk about here with our bond, but these are once you start building these foundational elements of just stepping into it and giving it a try, and having the confidence to just go for it. And it's that kind of busting through to start a new relationship in trust with yourself.
Hmm.
Once you start building that trust muscle with yourself, you start realizing how much you you do know about how to take care of yourself and how you can do it, and you don't have to rely on anybody else,
Right.
which they don't want you to know that, by the way.
Because then you don't make big pharma money.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you put it towards your own wellness. Like me being a consultant for Arbonne or Young Living or anything, it I pay myself by buying my own products. Like
Right.
that I'd rather pay me than some CEO at some company.
Exactly. That's true. That's absolutely true. That's great. So, okay, so tell us about what happened this summer. Like there's a program that they have. Tell us about the program, and then why you decided to just go for it.
Okay.
Like, what
Um,
was going on in your health and everything? Like, what were the motivators too?
Yeah, the motivators were I had done everything I had learned to try to get my body back in control.
Mhm.
I was gaining weight left and right. And there's this misconception that in order to get healthy, we have to lose weight.
Mhm.
But actually, we need to get ourselves healthy by what we put into our vessel
Right.
before the weight can take care of itself,
Right.
because it actually will. So I had tried all the different things, all the strenuous working out and the macro balancing and the calorie restriction. And I had tried all these different things, and nothing that I had done before that had worked was working.
Right.
And I know that some of it's because of, as we age, our bodies change, obviously. But I had seen my friend Beatrice transform in front of me.
Right.
And I was like, there's got to be something to this 30 days to healthy living. And now they call it 30 days because you can do anything for 30 days, right?
Right. Exactly.
Now, some people, there are typical results, and then there are not typical. Some people experience huge changes in 30 days. Some continue on 60 or 90. I'm now about into my 90th cycle. So my third 30 days. And I saw it was exactly like it said. I took care of what I was putting in my body, and I wasn't restricting all this huge stuff. I wasn't weighing my food anymore. I wasn't calorie counting. I wasn't doing any of that, but I was simply taking out foods that cause inflammation.
Exactly.
All that. And all of a sudden the scale started to move. And for some people, it's not about that, but not just the scale, because they actually encourage you not to get on the scale a lot, of course, number, but measurements. I started seeing my body change.
Right.
And then not just that.
Yeah.
My energy level shot up like you wouldn't believe. People have said to me, are you on some kind of drug? You have so much energy.
Did you literally feel like you came off drugs? Because that's how I felt when I stopped eating gluten.
And sugar.
Yeah.
Our world is so addicted to sugar. They slip it in everything. It's ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah, you almost go through, I've never been addicted to drugs, but you read about what happens.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. Me either. It was more like a figure of speech. Like,
yes. Yeah. But it's like that with sugar. Like you get the headaches and you get the cravings went away. I used to think I had to have dessert every night.
Right.
I lost that sense. I kicked coffee a while ago, but some of my friends have since been able to get off coffee because of some of these products. My sleep, I have not slept this good. I don't even know. Maybe back in college when I was a basketball and soccer athlete and they ran me ragged.
Right. Exactly.
Maybe that hard. I can't even tell you how good I sleep. I was taking they were natural herbs, but to sleep at night, I haven't had to do that. I haven't had to take anything. Like it's amazing how much better I've felt. And my joints are better. My back is better. Like it's just amazing to me. And I wouldn't have thought that would happen just by, restricting certain things from my diet, like
totally
gluten and dairy. And
so that's what I was going to ask. And is that on that little chart that you sent me? Because I forgot to pull that up, but I can pull that up. I can dig it up. Where
I don't know what. I'm sorry about my dog.
I know where it is. Hang on a second. I can grab it. It is right.
Oh yeah. So
hang on.
We get rid of refined sugar, dairy, gluten, soy. We don't get rid of. You don't get rid of all meats unless you don't want to eat meat.
Right.
But we make sure it's clean, whole foods. Like grass-fed beef, free-range chicken.
Let me pull this up so people can see.
Bella, come here.
It's okay.
Come here. What you doing? I am not sure what she is.
Is that
what she's barking at?
No, I want. There we go. Okay, here, this.
Yes, that chart. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this chart. So
that's the kit that you get. So it goes through the items that you use. So we use Arbonne products to fuel our body. You get tea that's like a detox tea. You get fizz with energy fizz, which is used to help, if you need to get rid of sugary energy drinks or coffee.
Right.
So we do restrict coffee for the 30 days or longer. And then there's protein shakes that taste amazing and are made with it depends, 3 to 5 different proteins, vegan proteins. And then we have a digestion aid or gut health. And then there's a fiber or cleanse and greens. You pick 2 of those 3. A lot of times I recommend the greens and the cleanse just because it's good to go through a cleanse and cleanse our liver and kidneys. So
got it.
Yeah. So you get for the kit price, you get 2 fizz, 2 teas, 2 protein powders, and the gut health, and then 2 of those ones below, either the fiber cleanse or greens. So
awesome. And then you said sorry, repeat one more time that you take out. What are the things that you take out of your diet?
So you take out refined sugar, dairy, gluten, and soy. And then anything that is not grass-fed, free range, organic. And it really isn't just, and we don't leave you to flail about. You actually get a coach, like I would be your coach. We have Facebook group where it gives you so much information. Like I learned so much just going through the program, and I keep taking out more little nuggets every time I do, because it teaches you how you balance your blood sugar, how to support detoxifying your organs and eliminating those toxins out of your body. There's actually a little,
I just want to point out one thing that the thing that I like about this that kind of, again, is in alignment with what we do at Yao is we never do like a hardcore detox, I guess I should say. This is a detox. You're detoxing by what you're just continuing to eat. Like you're eating foods that are detoxifying at the same time. You're not going on this like hardcore fast that's like the detox fast with the detox tea, because that can actually be quite dangerous if you're suddenly unloading all of these toxins that have been stored in your body and then you're just letting them loose. Like it can really make you sick. So if you don't know what you're doing, so this is really lovely. I actually didn't know all of this. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, and we encourage you not to stop eating. Like, but you just switch, you ditch and switch, you ditch the old, switch to something better. You use these very clean products. I mean, so I don't know if you know, but America, I'm sure you do. America bans about 10 to 15 ingredients in their products. Europe, their European standards are about 1,400, 1,600, something like that. Arbonne has gone above that and bans over 2,000 ingredients from their products.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they're actually certified as the #1 B corporation right now.
And what does that mean? What does that mean, a B corporation?
Yes. A B corporation means that they care about the person in general, more than they do about planet and profit. Or they care more about the planet and people than they do profit.
Okay.
They balance those things. They always give back. And it's very strict standards. Like you have to, and that's why we can operate in other countries like Europe and Australia, places like that, because they have such a good product policy.
That's awesome. That's cool. So why don't we, is there anything else you want to say about that 30-day portion, or do you want to tell us about some of the options for switching over from drinking such high stimulating drinks and things like that? Which would you do?
I can just quickly just say it will. I mean, I'm proof. There's many people's proof. I have.
Tell us like what happened for you. So it's your weight regulated. Your head was clear. You had energy.
Yep. I had better focus. My metabolism is almost like it reset. My skin got clearer.
Your cravings dissipated.
Yep. Cravings got better. I felt fuller longer because I learned how to fuel my body.
And
I fueled it with very clean, healthy products. And I wasn't sugar spiking. You know, when you eat sugar and certain things, you spike and drop and spike and drop. And all over the place. Yeah. So, yeah. And then, yes, one of the most important things I think we need to do is get rid of sugar in our lives.
Exactly.
Especially high fructose corn syrup, things like that.
Right.
They're definitely causing problems.
That's awesome. So let me actually, I'm gonna while we continue our chat, if it's okay, the easiest thing for people to write down would be your email address. So I'm gonna put that one up if that's okay with you.
Yep.
Let's see. Hang on one second. What the heck happened to my thing? I swear.
It was there. And then
it literally changed all of the names for, I had all these like named so that they were, see, look at that is not what I want. What the heck happened? Oh, I'm way up here. That's why. All right, guys. I'm in the wrong spot apparently, but this is Amber's email address. So we're going to post some other things like her Facebook page and her, of course, her Arbonne page, and we'll also give you her Young Living page as well. But we'll let you grab that in case you want to write that down. You might have just some basic questions, and I know that Amber would be more than happy to set up a time to chat with you and explain whatever you wanted.
Absolutely.
Cool. So okay. Basically, some of the things that we too notice in our clinic are that people are way overstimulated because we're in this like insane lifestyle, right? We're just go.
Right.
So it's not that we can't stimulate ourselves, but how do we more appropriately stimulate ourselves to have good, healthy energy, you know, to move forward besides doing this 30 days to healthy living?
Sure.
Like what other products, like if people just wanted to like get a teaser for like trying something, you know?
Yeah, there is something called Healthy Habits, which is a protein, the Energy Fizz. It's a gut health and greens, like it's a smaller of the 30 days. But what actually,
is that the one that we were going to pull up?
No, the one I was
different.
Say that the one I was going to talk to you about doesn't include the protein.
Okay.
But it's always something you can add to, is actually our newest. It's called the Green Synergy Elixir.
Okay.
So it's actually, that's what we were going to pull up.
Okay, cool.
To help get our gut back on track.
Okay, I've got that. Just a second here. No, there we go. Look at me. I'm getting so good at this here.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, tell us about this.
Okay, so that is something called our Green Gut Glow bundle. And what that is, you could eat vegetables all day long and you just won't get all the vegetables you need for your daily life. We as a society don't eat enough anyway, or we like nuke them in the microwave.
Right.
All the nutrients goes out.
Yeah.
So the Be Well Greens, the bottle in the middle, that's all of our major super greens. I mean, spirulina, all the great greens that you don't want to just sit there and eat all day long.
Right.
You get them in this drink. And then the Skin Elixir is a collagen builder. Because we're vegan, it's not collagen that comes from an animal. It's something that helps your skin and your body naturally build collagen. So you can get that glow and get rid of some of the wrinkles.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so our body learns how to build it again. And then the gut health is to help fix our gut. 80% of our wellness comes from our gut.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of things that, inflammation, our serotonin is made there, all kinds of things that help us be healthy and well. And so if we don't get our gut in control.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely, I don't want to detract or deter people from going to visit a functional medicine doctor or anyone like that. However, these are just great ways that you can start to try things on your own to make, like, these are all types of products. We don't sell Arbonne, obviously, but we have products that are very similar that we sell in our clinic as well. And Arbonne is like basically teaching you how to use them without, going and doing all the things.
Yeah.
That being said, if you have a very serious problem and you need more insight, places like our clinic are fabulous for that kind of thing. So I don't want to say that there's no place for that. There's absolutely a place for that, because people are quite sick a lot of times. But this is a great option. And then let me go ahead and show, you were saying that they are
combining. Yep, that's our new thing. That's kind of that Green Gut Glow all in one, and it's just one kind of to-go stick. It comes with 30, I believe, and it's the greens, the gut health, and the skin elixir all in one. And it actually tastes good.
That's what I was just going to say. Was that I was going to ask you how it tastes, because my experience with Arbonne's taste profile is that they're excellent.
Yes. They actually taste good. And this is citrus flavored, which the other ones are different, but this citrus tastes really good. And then I like to add things for our brain, because, we all need good brain health. Definitely. And so there's something called mind health. And I don't think I can flash it up there on the screen. I like to put it in with the Screen Synergy. Yep.
There we go.
Right there. Mm-hmm. So, some of the stuff that's in it comes from sunflowers. It actually helps with cognitive function. It has things like CoQ10 and vitamin B12. And I think, what's the other one? Grapeseed extract. Anyways, it's meant to help our brain. And I love the two together. Awesome. And then if you need a little caffeine in the morning.
Yes.
Some people just do to wake up. My husband is not one, but he is special.
He does not need caffeine?
He does not. He doesn't like caffeine. So, but that's something that's great, is we do have the caffeinated fizz energy. They're called energy fizz sticks. But we have caffeine-free ones, and they are loaded with all the B vitamins. And B vitamins, if you know, naturally give you energy.
Right.
But these fizz sticks, which that's one of my favorites, and my ultimate favorite is blackberry, but they give us a natural boost with green tea and guarana and a bunch of B vitamins also. The only one that has more B vitamins is the caffeine free, actually.
Really?
But then you have the choice to have it, midday.
So that's good to know. I didn't know that there was a caffeine free one, because
they're just new.
Oh, cool. Because guarana can affect people differently, So some people, it can be intense, but I personally have found that when I've tried these little energy fizz sticks with the guarana, that it is perfect. It's just the right amount. And usually I'm like, I don't actually need to drink that whole drink. I'm like about 3/4 of the way down, and I'm like, oh, I'm perked up back again, I'm good to go.
Some people just use half a stick. Like, you can just use part of it, and then awesome. it kind of fizzes up a little bit.
Yeah.
Thus the name fizz. There's seven different flavors, and then of course the two caffeine free. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with more, to be honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I like to combine those three things in the morning, or in the afternoon if I need a little pick me up, when you teach kids.
Okay, so question, because I saw you on your Facebook. I know that you also have the holiday products, and there was one that was like a fig and something. Is that an energy fizz one?
No, but that's an immunity fizz.
Fizz. Yeah, that looked really good.
Yes. And it's interesting because I saw that it had, and you can probably, I think it's called immunity. Yep, there it is. Immunity Fizz.
Yeah.
So it has the vitamin C, and it's interesting because it has rosemary in it, which is very good cleansing oil and herb. But yeah, that I use rosemary like in different rollers that I use on my feet to help with immunity. So when I saw this come out, I was super excited. It's so when I smelled it, when you smell it, you smell a little bit of the rosemary, but when you drink it, you taste the fig.
Oh,
so
how cool.
Yeah, it's a very clean, refreshing, subtle taste. But yeah, you'll have to try it. I'm gonna show them off this weekend.
Yes.
So.
I'm hoping to go to Amber's house because I am fortunate enough to live close to her, so I can try these things. But the other thing I was just going to add is like, it's great, like Immunity Fizz things. They're just so handy to have around the house. Like if you're just feeling like you're on the border of getting something or whatever, bunk, or you're around someone that like is not well, bunk, and just drink it up.
Yep. And they just made a mushroom powder too, 5 different mushrooms that they have in it.
Cool.
That is also for immunity. And that's one of the holiday bundles is that you get this Immunity Fizz plus the mushroom powder.
Oh, cool.
And as you know, cordyceps are very good for our bodies.
Here we go. I was going to say, holiday.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's the whole bundle.
This is the immune support bundle.
Yep.
Cool.
And then they have the new Dream Tea, which has one of my favorite oils.
That's in here in this bundle. They've got chamomile, sweet basil, peppermint, lavender, and valerian.
Yes. And valerian is one of the most calming oils and good for sleep. So I was excited when I saw that was in there.
Yeah, definitely. And that was the other thing. Like, I mean, especially as we're going into what traditionally is like a hectic season of holiday. And I really want for people to start recalibrating themselves to and anchoring themselves into a different type of experience with time and pressure so that they're not feeling this, the societal things. We don't have to. We can step into that when we want to, but we can step out of it when we want to too.
Right.
So, but in any case, that's still going to be going on around us.
Yes.
And it's very helpful to have tools that can kind of just like bring it on down,
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. To just calm the body, calm the spirit, calm the mind, get better sleep, all of that kind of stuff, And
it starts with what we ingest, even what we smell. That's one of the reasons I got rid of coffee is I learned actually that it lowers your megahertz and the lower, your vibration, the more closer you are to sickness.
Right.
I don't have all them memorized, but
that's okay.
Having just smelling essential oils elevates your megahertz or your vibration. And so putting them on, ingesting good products like Arbonne's, they raise your wellness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the more you try different things, the more you magnify all of that. Like the cleaner your body is, then you apply an essential oil,
right.
It's going to be even more, you're going to have more of a response to it.
Yes.
So there's some things that like an essential oil just can't clean up. So just so people know, like you're not going to get away with like the magic bullet of big pharma, or so they say, where you're going to be able to like take something and which it isn't anyway, because it gives you 5 million other side effects. But we've been trained in that system that's what should happen. That's not what happens. You have to consistently just take care of yourself to build on your health,
Right. But
yeah, these things can definitely amplify, which are good.
Yeah. And again, going back to our gut is one of the most important parts of our wellness. And if if it's all jumbled up and irritated, we're not going to feel well. I mean, you're going to feel all kinds of things. There's a laundry list of things that means it could be your gut. And so why not start with something like this, some kind of great clean product, to see if it'll help. Right. One of my good friends that I work with, she's like, I'm skeptical, Amber. I don't know. I mean, I've had and she gave her a little list of things with her stomach and her inflammation. And I, was like, well, what are you drinking? What's kind of your routine? And soda pop was in that list.
Right.
I was like, well, first of all, girl, we're going to get rid of that for a while. Let's just see. I mean, what's it going to hurt you?
Right.
To just you eliminate some of these things and you use some of these other products. And I'm not kidding you. She texted me within the day she used it, started to feel better. Within 3 days, a lot of her symptoms had subsided that she was dealing with. And she was like these, I'm in.
It makes me crazy because it's like we have to really be conscious of the fact that the external systems, the food systems, the medical systems, they are on an intentional slow kill. Mm-hmm. Our farms, not just good organic, or all natural practiced farms, or, whatever, Korean natural farming and all these things. But as soon as you're integrating in, herbicides and pesticides and even the pesticide resistant seeds and all these, whatever herbicide, kind of coated seeds that they have and stuff. Yep. These are, we think that they're designed to make our lives easier as farmers or whatever, or make crops bigger or whatever, but they actually want there to be like items that are not making us healthy. In fact, they're making us not healthy. Yeah. So you have to be aware of that. There is a level of intentionality when people are digging into the data, the research that's been done. It's like they just keep things at a level where we won't totally notice that it's happening until like 10 years later.
Right.
So that nobody complains until it's too late. And they say, well, nobody else has complained about it and we've been doing this for 10 years now.
Right.
So wake up and take these things out, because as soon as you do, you're automatically detoxifying yourself.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. One more product I want you to pull up.
Yeah, for sure.
Is called Biotic Sticks.
Okay, cool.
And they are a probiotic powerhouse. So we have microbiomes from, our mouth to our backside, all throughout our skin, our body. And these can be used 4 years and older. Some of the best tasting things I've ever had. If you like pixie sticks or like a kind of a sweet, that's what these taste like. They're like a berry flavor, and you just pop them in your mouth. And you're only supposed to have one a day, but I actually follow.
I like the way you can say that. You're only supposed to have one a day, but I'm like taking 10. No, I'm just kidding.
No. But I do follow a lady who is in the wellness industry. She's like a doctor. Her name's Dr. Tanda Cook, and she's a supporter of Arbonne. And in fact, she reviewed these and went through them. She has this whole talk about them, but she said, especially if you had to take antibiotics or anything.
Right. Exactly.
This is a way.
Idea. This is like a big loophole with my parents, like that, people have like just enough information that it's bad. Right. So my parents know that they are not supposed to, or that if they take antibiotics, that they should repopulate their gut health with probiotics, pre and whatever. Yeah. Pre and probiotics. Right. And inevitably, and they also mostly are on a gluten, dairy, egg-free diet as well. They're pretty good. They call it their hybrid diet, so they're not totally like on there because
Yeah.
they're not 100% committed, which is whatever. They're doing a great job for what they're doing. Okay.
Right.
But in any case, so they go to, they automatically think, well, since I'm on, this antibiotic, I definitely need to take those, and they'll buy like the crappiest like yogurt, thing that's like a full dairy. It's probably got sugar in there too, and
Totally.
I mean, like, and I'm like, seriously, like, why do you
What
not
are you doing?
And what are you doing? Like, let's not, now you just screwed everything up. Now you're just going to give yourself diarrhea, I mean, it's just crazy, but this is great. This is a really good one to know because,
very good.
Just taking capsules is also a pain in the rear. You don't always want to have to take capsules, and a lot of them are encapsulated. I know we sell one that is like a very high count of them, but it's not like it's not a dissolvable in your mouth, one, which I love all these little things that make it fun and playful and easy, because we like fun and playful and easy. We're freaking humans. We're designed to be curious and playful, and we want those things. So that's awesome.
And this is a good way to get, kids to be healthier, because, they buy into those fun things as well. And if it's fun and good for them. Yeah. There's also a healthy shot. It has antioxidants and everything. It's a little juice packet. And it's called,
I just put healthy shot. Super
Boost. Yep. That's like a juice, like a quick slurp it down type deal too. So yeah, there's like 400 and some products or something. They have a lot. They're trying to streamline too, so they're always looking to be better and have the best. Like their new skincare line is out of this world. It's called Derm Results Advanced. It looks kind of like this. It's in this really pretty gray bottle, but that's just one of the products, but it will do wonders for your skin. It's for all skin types, and it has already reduced redness, little bumpies, and wrinkles. And it's like a 5-step program. I mean, they do have a 3 as well, but I'm just saying, there's nothing I've used that I hate.
I know. If anything, there's a product I used that got discontinued, and that was a bummer. But
hopefully it means they're just
the eyeliner or whatever,
better.
That liquid eyeliner. But I was going to share. Yeah. So I do have the derm results for the eye that you gave me. Sorry, I got to put it.
I know it's hard to get it in the camera.
And then I use that one at night, and then I have this corrective cream that. If I could turn it the right way. There we go.
Yeah, so that's
hard to see
RE9
during the day. And I have to say, I've only had these for a few weeks, and I've definitely noticed huge results. And I'm very happy with the product line that we sell, which is called Osea, which is integrates a Gigartina seaweed, which is from off the coast of Argentina. So it's very pure, very clean seaweed. And in the high mountain regions where we are at, where our skin gets so dry, the seaweed just holds like massive amounts of water and can just hydrate your skin really well. So I absolutely 100% love their products, but they don't really, they're basic on many levels, in that they're just very clean and simple ingredients. And so they don't go into a lot of the higher tech, product lines. The science ones. And we used to have like a whole beauty department and everything where we had some of those kinds of things to supplement. But but we haven't, since we've moved up here and everything, we haven't had that. So anyway, I was like, Amber, I need something for my eyes. Because here's the deal. I'm going to sit in the sun no matter what. I'm out there on the farm as well. Like, I'm not going to not be, getting sun exposure and then the wind exposure and everything like that. And I love smiling.
Yeah.
I just have them, I'm going to have little crinklies there, but I don't want them like, all dried up and gross looking.
Right.
Like, so, well, seriously, that's what it feels like,
Right. And you can tell.
Yeah. So anyway, those are great. Oh, the other one that's also the third eye thing are the eye masks. They're the caffeine masks. I cannot get this is backwards for us guys. So it's hard for me to, anyway, these are great. They are little, they're lovely. They look gold and you have a little, a scooper that you kind of pull it back. And in the morning, if I wake up and my eyes are, extra tired looking, then I put those on for 10 minutes or whatever while I'm just kind of getting ready and stuff. And I love them. I also love their makeup. I was out of makeup when Amber and I were chatting and I was getting introduced to it. So I got this, it's very dirty and I tried to clean it off. But it's a really nice color palette. You can see which ones I use the most. I don't really wear a lot of makeup, but I can use this. I can use them as eyeliners too. I can actually brush them on as liner. I do use the mascara also. So I like that. I even have some at my desk here too. I got these fun. Oh, I did. I got their lipstick. I don't have the lipstick on today, but I got these like lip glosses.
Oh yes, I love those.
And this, a really basic lipstick. They're really nice. It's a very creamy lipstick. Mm-hmm. It's not like, it's very light. So it just feels, I don't know. I really like it. That's like really
you're
nice.
Not putting paint on your face.
Like you're not putting paint on your face. Yeah. And they stay it's very moisturizing. That's what I should say. So anyway, I just think it's a great product line myself as well. So.
Awesome. I'm always happy to hear that. I love to help people whatever their need is.
Yeah.
And it makes me excited when I hear good stories like that.
Awesome. Well, let me also share, let me take this one down and then that's going to be a little hard to read right now, but I'm going to show the Facebook group so that people can just get a feel for what so we'll go back to here and then I'm going to scroll over to this is our A to Z Healthy Living. Mm-hmm. So this is Amber's Facebook page and you can look this up or I will have the link in the show description, etc. Mm-hmm. So she's got all kinds of great information about here. She posts, do you post your personal stuff on here or just this is just the product? This is just the
product. Yep. I post a lot on my own personal as well. But
if you get to know Amber, she might friend you and then you can see that, which is pretty cool. Anything else you want to say about this page?
It will ask for me to approve you, but
okay,
I will approve you. So that's about it. Yeah. I just try to share all the deals that are happening or just a little bit of product information and little tips that will help. Things that I learn, things that I get from the company and
cool.
I just like to keep everybody informed.
Awesome. And then there is also her Young Living, which, is like, I'm sure she'd be more than happy to help you navigate that if you want. I personally also buy some of their singles and blends, just depends on kind of what I'm feeling. I run essential oils all day in 2 areas of the house. It's like part of my routine that I wake up and do. I love the brain. I think it's like brain power or something like that that's on there. So there's some really good blends that they have. You have to kind of weed through, but Well, it's not as easy a website, I would say, as Arbonne. Yeah.
No, it's definitely not. And that's why it's not my vehicle. I will always use their products. But yeah, Arbonne, I love because it's consumable and it's things that can make my every single day easy to be healthy. So,
Absolutely.
but one I would recommend from Young Living is their cleaner. They have their Thieves cleaner. It can be made into basically anything. Like I've thrown away every single other cleaner in my house.
Wow.
You can
Awesome.
clean your home from floor to ceiling.
Really?
Using it, and it smells like Christmas. Yep.
Wow.
And it gets its name Thieves because back in the day, grave robbers used to put on certain essential oils, rosemary, lemon, clove, something else. I can't remember all the ingredients. Anyway, they'd put those on so they wouldn't get the Black Plague when they went into.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so that's where it got its name Thieves, because the
Oh my
thieves
gosh, that's great.
use those.
That's so cool. I make a cleaner I buy a bunch of limes and juice them. And then I have the lime juice, but then I take the limes and I pour vinegar in with the limes and let it sit for, weeks, a month or whatever. And then I just have this like really very strong vinegar solution, and that's cuts any kind of grease anywhere. Right. I mean, it's not like there's certain
for every surface.
You don't really want vinegar on everything, but for every surface that vinegar is appropriate for, it's fantastic, and it's homemade. It's easy. Simple.
Well, you can add some essential oils to it, make it smell better.
Exactly. I know. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I would like to check that out and see what they've got going on, because I'm very curious. But
oh yeah, it's awesome.
We're actually going to start growing next season. We're going to cut back on the potatoes, and we're going to actually finally begin our Chinese herb, project, which is what we had moved here for originally. And so there are some herbs that will grow that I think actually we can turn into things like cleaners and, other things like that. They're used within Chinese medicine for a bunch of things, but they're also used as Western herbal apothecary way that are used for more things like that. So I'm super excited to go down that route of discovery, which will be fun.
That is cool. For sure.
Totally. But anyway, so is there anything you would like to leave with everybody? Like any words of inspiration or, anything like encouragement, I guess,
For sure. Take back your power with your health. Like try things out. It's people think, well, I don't want to waste my money or whatever. Well, you've already wasted it when you buy things that don't work. So why not try something that does work? Certain really good programs or companies have a good money back guarantee because they believe in their products, Exactly. Like Arbonne has a 90-day guarantee return policy. And they have like a less than 5% return rate because that's how good everything is. So take back your health, try it out. I mean, it's not going to do anything but help you be healthier. And if you're a person who wants to do a side business, I'm always looking for people that are like-minded and want to help. I love to help people, and I love to teach them how to help people.
Amber would be really fun to work with, I have to say. Yeah. So if anybody feels inspired in that department, and I will piggyback on that comment about the cost. So if anybody was seeing, as we were flashing the products up and the cost of the products was intimidating in any way, I 100% back what Amber just said. She and I were kind of chatting a little bit. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys these ones too. I forgot. I'll show you in a second. But she and I were chatting about how, think about how much money you're spending on your healthcare plan, that your insurance plan or whatever. It's a lot of money that you're spending. And I know everybody says, well, it's just, I have to have it. Well, as long as you are choosing that you have to have this in case of an emergency or whatever, you are giving your power to that system. How do you start to take that back? You have to start thinking like, is that system serving me?
Right.
How am I being served by that system? At least just start the questions.
Right.
And I'll tell you this much now. I mean, I haven't had insurance for close to, well, at least 12 years. It could be a little bit longer. When I basically hit the wall of it, and I was thinking, and I was in a position where a lot of people would say you're crazy for dropping your health care. Like, of all the circumstances, you should have been more worried. But I thought the question was, do I believe in this or not? Do I believe in the fact that I can totally take care of myself and that I am wise enough to find the most appropriate people to help me with my health? Or am I just full of crap? Yeah. And I was like, no, I can do this. And and I haven't needed it at all. Now, I also did think to myself, if I am in a situation, I have a master's in health services administration. So I did feel like I had the back end side of things to navigate if I did choose to go to and I'm saying if I did choose to go to a hospital.
Yes.
Okay. We don't have to go to the hospital. You don't have to do anything. But if I chose to go to the hospital, if I ended up with a giant bill from it, I would know that I actually have the power to negotiate that, because they negotiate that with the health insurance companies. So I knew that there were ways that I could manage that. And I also knew that I could there were ways that I could make that work if I had to. I had even a credit card that I could probably put that on, that was a giant, as a credit card with a giant balance if I needed to. So I felt very comfortable with feeling like I could navigate that appropriately. And that's something that's going to be very individual, but there are so many things, people, that you can, if you think about how much money you're spending out on that and you're not getting healthier, oftentimes we're just getting sicker, and so it's, once you start to pull these things back and look at how much you're spending on your health insurance or your co-pays or your, deductible or whatever that you feel like you have to meet. And if you were to apply that to healthy food, maybe some classes on how to care for yourself better, ones that you pick, things that you're interested in, teaching yourself about herbs, or, how to make salves, or, home remedies, or even a cooking class that's in alignment with a new diet, that you're choosing to do. You would just be shocked at what you could do for yourself. So don't let the price point intimidate you.
Right.
And the other piece, the last piece that I say, and I say this on the flip side to practitioners, because a lot of these new up and coming, practitioners in Chinese medicine, they're very like, oh, and I just don't want to charge I feel bad about charging people. And I told them, I said, you're not doing anybody any favors by not charging them. When you charge somebody, they suddenly take themselves and their health seriously.
Right.
So all I'm saying is, if you choose to make a purchase, whether it's Arbonne or something else, and that product comes home, you're damn well going to use it and try it.
Right.
Right. So
it might as well be a good one.
What's that?
Well, it might as well be a good one.
Exactly.
And when you find it helps you, you find ways to budget for it. Like if it means that much to you, like if you have a shoe addiction, you find ways to budget to buy your shoes. But
yes, exactly.
It's the same kind of thing. You have to create a lifestyle for yourself. You can't just go through crash diets, because you're wasting your money so much. But if you find a lifestyle change that you can sustain, which you can sustain a healthy lifestyle, and you can still have good food.
I totally agree. And I'm going to add a couple other things in here too, while we're sorry that I know this is getting long. I hope you're okay with sticking in there with me for a couple more, but I went to visit my daughter at UW at University of Wyoming in Laramie this weekend, Carly, and she is amazing. She's on the same diet, right? And she has to, she's now in her sophomore year. And so she's having to cook. And she was really like, I could tell she was struggling on the phone, but part of me was sort of like, come on, like you're doing great. And so I went and I was, checking on her, and she was just showed me like the whole situation. She's in this very funky house, and she's in the basement. So that tells you a little bit right there that she has all this food stuff that she has to do, but she's way far away from the kitchen. And so just the physical aspect of the fact that she's trying to be cooking at the same time. And then the electrical system is old. And so she can't put this air fryer. It's either the air fryer or her heater, she can't have both, which is terrible, right? She has to eat and be warm. And she's like a skinny little thing. So anyway, we were kind of strategizing this, but I'll tell you, this is what I wanted to share. One piece that was very apparent as we were trying to kind of organize her food and her supplies and everything, there's no room for them because everybody else in the house has packaged foods that take up so much space. Like, I'm not kidding you. Everything is in a box or a package. Like, nobody cooks real food. And it's so much cheaper and it's so much better for you. It's like, even if you can't afford organic or whatever, if you're making your own food, you're one step higher than than a boxed, food situation.
Yes.
But my thought was like really just so sad. Like, I was like, what happened? Like, when I was in college, and granted, I went to UC Santa Cruz, but we all wanted to learn to cook together. In our sophomore year, we were sharing recipes and things like that.
Yeah. Nope, not anymore.
Nope. Yeah. So anyway, so the message, another message on top of message, right, is to, please people, teach. If you're not only doing this for yourself, once you do it for yourself and you can learn that it's easy, you start to teach your family. And you start to teach your neighbors, and you start to teach your community, and everybody is going to get healthier because you decided to take care of yourself. It's not selfish. It's the best way you can serve everybody is by making a choice about every bite and every drop of liquid that goes into your body.
Yep. Yeah. And to make sure that it's something that serves you and you won't want to go back. People always say, well, I can't get rid of that. I can't get rid of this. Well, whatever you say is going to come true. If you say you can't, you're not. You're right. But if you choose to try, it then becomes do, and then it becomes habit, and it becomes, oh my gosh, I can't believe I ever didn't eat this way.
Totally. It's crazy, right?
And you might as well give it a try because you're going to feel better. I almost 100% guarantee it. Everybody's going to feel better.
I know. Oh my God. It's crazy. So, I want to also I think I flashed I will put all the links below. But again, if anybody, one more time, I'll just put up Amber's, email address if you have any questions. And, I'm just last thing I forgot to share was my lip. This is one of the holiday items.
The lip duo.
A lip duo. It's got a scrub for your lips, which smells like grapes. To me, at least, it smells like grapes. I don't know if it's meant to smell like grapes, but I use that just on my dry lips with a little, with a washcloth. And then this is like the thickest, richest, lip care, lip gloss kind of thing, lip mask that says, and I just put this on before bed. It's awesome. And we're in a very dry climate. So
it's important to hydrating products.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, gosh, thank you so much, Amber, for everything. And I am just so grateful that we finally got to make this happen.
Yeah,
This was awesome. You had so much good information, and I might have to have you back on if we have other things. So just keep that in your back pocket as a possibility.
I would love to, and we could dive into something deeper. So
exactly. That sounds good. But this was like a great overview and a good, just, perfect. Awesome. Well, stay on for just a second. And everybody, it was great to have this show with Amber. And thank you so much for being a part of the Yin Care podcast. And I will talk to you all soon. Hello, wishing that you enjoyed that interview that I did with Amber Williams in the fall of 2023. And I wanted to give you an update on what Amber is currently up to, as I was unable to post the interview as I had planned due to some personal family circumstances that I'm sure I'll go into in some other podcasts. In any case, Amber is always promoting gut health and the 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge, which helps the body detox and heal inflammation. And she just loves helping people develop healthy eating habits. So she's an incredible woman to work with. If you're interested, we'll have all of the links on how to get in touch with her that we mentioned in the show notes. And as just a quick refresher, the core 4 products that she works with in Arbonne are the Essential Meal Protein Shake, the Green Synergy, which has greens, pre and probiotics, and collagen builder all in one, and the Energy Fizz, which is an energy boosting drink with a mild dose of caffeine. I think it's based in green tea, and it's amazing. And then the Clean Detox tea. And she's always got seasonal specials, and she's super happy to share those with you. And a lot of them are really quite tasty. So be sure to check out her Facebook page, and we'll list that again in the show notes, as well as her Arbonne page if you're interested in ordering anything. And you can reach out to her personally if you want to work with her. So thanks again so much for listening to the Yin Care podcast. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. If you did like this video, be sure to do all the things like subscribe, review, and share. And I'll talk to you all soon.